Hi, this is Lee. I'm back with another episode of my comic art channel. And today we're going to be unboxing a few packages that came to me within the last week. But the first item that I'm going to show you is something I picked up at Torpedo Con. I think that was about 3 weeks ago. Okay. So I actually stopped by Mike Vosberg's table. Very nice guy. I really enjoy his stories. Old-time artist, been around since the 70s. He's got a book out called Retro Wood that I like. It's got like I think like about, I want to say like 4 or 5 volumes, something like that at this point. So at his table he had some original art available, and this piece caught my eye because I'm looking at, he's got his main character, detective, right up here in the panel, and his girlfriend down here. But in between there, you see these two characters that kind of caught my eye, and because they look kind of familiar to me. So I was asking Mike, who are these characters? And they were they weren't named specifically after the real actors. But what you have here is you got Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff for the most part. And it's funny because even when you look at this panel, he does kind of look like Frankenstein in this panel right here. But this story is interesting. It's about old time, a faux Hollywood called Retro Wood. And it's just this interaction between them. Okay, so just wanted to show you guys that because I was appreciating the art, and Mike's a really nice guy, and I always like to make sure I'm, stopping in, talking, chatting with him, maybe picking something up from his table. Earlier that day, I actually picked up the volume, the omnibus of Retro Wood, and of course this page is in there somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Because he's got quite a few pages in there, and this doesn't have a price on the book, I noticed. But he was selling this at his table for $20, and that's a really great deal for $20. It's almost 300 pages of comics, and they're great reading. I really enjoyed them. If you like crime noir and Hollywood stuff and detective books, and there's a little T&A in here too. Here's the page I had here. So it's got quite a bit of dialogue boxes that are missing from the artwork, luckily, because it would take away from the artwork, I think. But it's cool to have the printed piece too. I really enjoyed this entire book. Okay, so I'm going to open these other boxes up in chronological order. So got a little bit of a mess going on in my office right now. I noticed I got a little bit, my eye's pretty red too. Well, okay, so this was my first time bidding in and winning an auction from Hake's. So I've been getting their catalogs for a while. I check out the catalogs, and sometimes I go through the links at Comic Art Fans. I go to the featured auctions, but it's they don't give you notifications like if you were outbid. At least I don't think they do. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I bid until the day of the auction on this. So, and I did get a win, so that was cool. This is something that's for anybody that's seen my calf page. It's not like it's the first page I've had by this artist. So he is one of my favorites. Some of you might be able to guess who it is just by me saying that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get all this tape off of here so I can open this up. So, yeah, it's funny because I was actually out on the road when I was bidding. I was leaving. Or was I arriving at? I was in Hollywood, and I was going to a signing of the band X. They had a new album out, and there's this cool record store called Amoeba right in Hollywood. I've gone to so many of their events they've had. They've had some great performances that are free and signing events and stuff like that. So this was another one of those that I went to. Okay, so this is from Superman number 298, page 10. And it's is by Kurt Swan. And you know it. Oh, that's the letterer. It says Joe Letteris. Trying to remember. Let's see section. They don't mark on the auction who the inker is. It's not. I'm pretty sure it's not Anderson. I'd have to look this up. So I just like the panels. There's just some great Superman using his I guess you'd call his X-ray vision, looking into the court here. He's flying in this panel, flying again in this panel. Some bad guys robbing a bank. He's picking up a car. We got a little zip-a-tone on the bottom of the car. You know, so he's shaking him out of the car, and it's signed by Kurt Swan. So it's just overall nice page. Superman in that's 1, 2, 3, 5 of the 6 panels. Okay, and this is so 298. This is from 1976. So this is that sweet spot in my original comic buying time when I was like 12 years old. So probably actually I remember seeing the cover of this book, and I remember having this comic book. So I've read it. I can't say for sure that I remember this page, but really neat thing from my childhood. Nice page by Kurt Swan. Okay, so we got another box here. I don't remember who I get this one from. Let me see. I'm not sure who this is from. I can't. It's the top of my head. I can't think of who it's from. But I received this just a couple of days ago. I think yesterday I received this one. And this actually looks like it's packaged like a Heritage. So this could possibly be a Heritage wood. Let me check it out. Oh, it is. It's a Heritage. Okay, cool. Oh, this is really sealed pretty well. Okay, so maybe they've been getting the notifications about their poor packaging recently, and they're putting a heck of a lot more tape on their packages. I know I saw some listings recently on Facebook about how the packaging has been subpar, and people have received some damaged artwork because of it. So I'm glad this one was wrapped up pretty good. So let's check it out. So if I remember right, I think I won 3 items. So again, this was another, low-priced finds on Heritage, because that's what it seems like I'm going after. I'm not going after the big buck auctions. So similar to the last time I had an unboxing, and I actually got another really low price page in here too. Take me a little longer. I have one in here. So let's open this up and find that. Yeah, they've got this taped up pretty good. Are you guys really bored by the time it takes me to unpack this? I apologize for that if that's the case. Um, I I feel like I opened them pretty quick, but still, it seems like more than half the time of my video is spent actually just opening